Hello, 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 hello.
Hello.
That's all I get is a hello. What? Like,
Hello.
what?
I put my phone down real quick. I was like, oh shucks.
That was so anticlimactic. I'm like, damn. All the energy I
No,
just expended for a hello. I'm like,
no. Oh my
whatever,
gosh. I
whatever.
know. I know. I was too busy sharing myself out and I caught myself. I was like trying to put my phone down. I was, hello. How are we this morning?
Yes, yes, yes. There we go. That's what I was expecting.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You caught me off guard. Like I did something wrong. Like, we're supposed to touch that. So I
Can't
definitely
touch
caught
this.
myself.
Can't touch this.
Right?
Oh my goodness. Good morning, everybody, everybody, everybody. Seashell, good
Yes.
morning. Tina Shelton, good morning. Christina,
Hello.
Azor Poltergeist
Yes.
TV, nice to see you. And Nikki Fry, good morning, Miss Angie. Nice to see you in as
Yes, Miss
well.
Angie. Yes.
As well. Hope everybody's having a great day. We have sunshine here in Arizona.
Yes.
Mother
Same as
Nature
here.
has dried us out, thank goodness.
We have sunshine too. I will, you just say we are in the 80s today.
My oldest son, yesterday, the other day, I was talking to him. He's like, "It's cold here, Dad, and it's been like whatever and raining." And so I texted Shawna. I'm like, and she was talking. I said, "I bet you're tired of the cold and rain." She's like, "Cold and rain." I was like, "Whatever." I'm like, "What? They only live.
No.
Y'all live like
Right?
20 minutes away.
Yes.
Somehow, I don't know how his world was all cold and raining, and yours was like, I'm like, okay, whatever."
No. No. It was, the temperature drops at night, I think around like in the 60s, but other
Mhm.
than that, we are up in the 80s today, tomorrow, the rest of this weekend. And that is awesome because, there are some festivals, when it's warm weather, child, the people come out.
Yes,
They
they
was
do.
out yesterday and it
Not
was
always
like
the
this.
most sane ones, by the way.
No, 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 no. We were out yesterday and happy hour time, is what from 3 to 6. And
Mhm.
that's how a bunch of traffic as the snowbirds are here. So every place is almost packed around that time. So we got to the place early and I was like, I want to sit outside. It's so pretty, it's so warm. The wind was just on point. It was just feeling good. We sat outside, that sun was beaming on the back. I said, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Heaven, heaven, heaven. Ooh.
Yes,
Angie
yes.
says she had her gloves on yesterday when she went walking, and then
Ooh,
she's currently sitting under a heated blanket.
bless y'all
So,
soul.
mm.
Bless y'all soul. But then check
Exactly.
this out. Next week is will drop down to the 60s. And that's going to be the high. And I'm
Mm.
like, I don't want to turn this heat back on.
Drop
The heat's
down to the 60s. I love when you say it, drop down. The people in Michigan who just popped up, they're like, yeah,
I
right, drop
know. They
down.
like,
You
how
know,
dare you?
we could take that drop down.
Right, right. And I said yesterday, because we was just riding around and it was so pretty. Everybody had their little tops down and windows open and music blasting. I said, oh, the beaches probably was packed during the
Mhm.
daytime. And I'm like, oh yeah, Fort Myers, you can have that.
Exactly, exactly.
Because
Well, I'll show
there's
you.
like only two ways to come in to
Uh-huh.
Fort Myers Beach, and the bridge is, you can tell like when it's packed, it's like traffic
Yeah,
crazy.
I
Mm-mm.
remember. And the cops are like in the beams trying
Yep.
to keep people moving.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Because everybody want to just poke, 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 poke,
Yep.
poke,
When I
and
first started, when
see.
I went there the first time, I thought, are they doing speed checks? And then, are they doing like radar? And I'm thinking, no, they're not doing radar. They're
Uh-uh.
the opposite. They want people to move,
Yes. It
So it's
was
like,
it was
keep it
too
going.
much of people just stopping and wanting to see what's happening.
Exactly. Or waiting for
Move,
parking. It's like, no, no, you can't wait for parking. If that
No.
person's pulling out, they got to be out before you get in. They're like,
Yes.
no, no, move it on, move it on. They're pretty quick
Yeah.
about getting you moving.
And then what's awesome now, they have Margaritaville there, so you can valet, and it's the same amount of money that you would pay on the street
Ain't
when
that a
you
blip?
valet. It's $5 per hour. So if you valet, it's $5 per hour.
We went to see a stand-up comedian on Saturday.
I
Down, it was
saw.
downtown Phoenix,
Uh-huh.
and she was hilarious. And her opening act was hilarious. The guy, the MC, not so much.
Not so much.
Yeah, he needed to go back to comedy 101 because he kind of missed the boat, and he did not read the room. It's like, dude,
Oh,
he hit a he just hit a dead spot, and then he kept beating the dead spot. It's like, damn, dude, read the room, change.
Yeah. He didn't want to change it.
Because you're not connecting, right? But no, it didn't work.
Right.
He just kept digging, and I'm like, oh God, this is uncomfortable. You know, somebody give us help. Help him. Help me.
Uh,
He's, he's
help him.
help me, Lord.
Let me
Oh
take the
yeah,
mic from you.
yeah. It was not pretty, but it was interesting because when we got downtown, and we drove, and it's like, oh, there's a parking garage. There's event parking. And you got $40. I'm like, hell no.
Oh,
And I'm
heck
like, you
no.
gotta be kidding me. So I went further up, closer to the event parking, $40 every. I'm like, no,
No,
no.
no,
I
no.
know where I can find some cheaper parking. I ain't paying $40 for a damn parking.
Right.
And so I went further up and one block off, and sure enough, there was the garage. It's a public garage, so we paid $15. You know,
Mm.
so oh my God, Don, I wanted to go see her at the comedy show, but I was put out of town. Yeah, her clip was funny. She's hilarious. She is so funny, and she had people laugh. And she's one of those comedians that she's not all into herself, you know. And so she's the opening act is more into himself, and he's like he's a self-deprecating humor about being an anxious Jewish person, you know, anxious Jewish guy, and so it's all about Jewish angst. And it works for him because he fits. He owns it because it is part of him. You could tell he's talking from experience, right? And then she comes on and she's hilarious, but she's right into the crowd. She's not she doesn't care. She's like right there. Oh, how about, you know, hello, hey, what are you, and whatever. And then she can right there. She makes a connection before you know it. You're rolling because she has that ability to be able to connect with the audience and bring that into her shtick. She's on her feet. She's fast. She's very fast. And so you can watch the mind work, and man, she can twist something quick, and you're like, damn, that was smooth. That was so good. Some comedians that's not their shtick. They can do other things. But if you ever watch Robin Williams was on like that. He could work a crowd, and he could watch and talk, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 and you're like, holy crap. You know, that's what she was. She was great. But yeah, she was. They had around the event arena was $40. I'm like, no. So I went 2 blocks up, 1 block over, and we got to the public garage and paid $15. And I'm like, that's okay. I can pay 15 because I can't get street parking, but I'll pay my 15. I ain't paying 40.
Absolutely.
There's just something about a certain number. You're like, there's a certain amount where you're like, really, the value is diminished. At one point, the value is diminished.
Right. I'm not about to get suckered for no $40 for something that I'm going to be for what, a couple hours for.
Exactly.
And I'm walking. No. That's a ripoff. Matter of fact, I would rather go to valet and pay valet, and they still won't charge you no $40 for that.
Exactly.
You know.
Yep. I totally get it. I totally get it. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that was interesting. And I'm going to show everybody a little bit of Arizona today. So yes, the camera's moving. It's intentionally moving. This is there. Whoops. What?
Oh. Did you leave us?
I don't know. Well, ain't that a blip?
Yeah. I guess Spirit was like, they don't need to see all that.
Exactly. Did my camera die?
Did it die? Or did it unplug?
No, it's plugged in.
So did you go to settings and said right? Angel said that they was like, nope.
Exactly.
The universe was like, nope.
Well, see, even my integrated webcam's not working.
Oh.
Are you there?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Can you see me? Well, that's crazy.
That's weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't get any cameras to work right now. There you go.
Did you?
That's
at the bottom.
That's what I get.
That's what you get. At the bottom where it says like the microphone and the camera and all of that, is it lit up?
The camera is still lit up, believe it or not. But when I do the integrated camera, it doesn't light up. And Shaka Aka, you lit me up too. So bye-bye.
Right.
I thought it was Shaka Khan. I'm like, okay, I can take Shaka, but not Shaka Ika. That's not gonna
Wow.
work.
You can go back to where you was at hunting.
Exactly. Take that. Take that. I don't know what happened. It's crazy. Maybe I have to exit and come back in. I don't know because the camera's still lit, which is crazy.
If you exit and come back in, won't it shut it down?
No, it should stay up for you, and then I come back in and it joins again.
Okay, well, let's see what
Um,
happens. Let's see what
yeah,
happens.
that is like the weirdest thing. That is just
Right.
crazy.
Spirit was like, don't be showing all of us around here. We trying to see what's happening. We nosy. We didn't ask for you to turn us around.
Exactly.
We come up when it's needed. Says if you try to open another camera on your main, then you might have just broken your cams. My laptop will refuse the camera too. Mm-hmm. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Hopefully he comes back in because he's the one that's working the whole show. So I can't click on anybody to read. I'm just the guest today. I know, full moon shenanigans, honey. Definitely. Yes, a full moon tonight is a full moon in Leo. Definite. Hey, Pam. Hey. Yeah, well, I do a little bit of promoting real quick since we're talking. But if you have the astrology, the Astro Soul Planner, it is in here. It talks about the full moon in Leo. And I talked about that on Monday during tea time as well. We did a breakdown of this week's energy. So if you missed out, because there's another event that's going to be happening, you're funny because you can't look your, just a little bit. That's a little bit. But there's also on Saturday the Uranus, and we're back.
Well, we got something working.
Yes. Oh. So did your camera die?
No, there it is.
There you go. I told you it did not like to be picked up.
It didn't. It was like, okay, I'm gonna spank you. Well, I got spanked. There you
Yes.
go.
You got spanked. Don't you ever.
And it wasn't in a good way either. Jeez,
Yes.
Lord.
It shuts you down. Don't you ever.
Yes. It's like,
You got checked by
excuse me, we're not here for that. We're here for something
right.
else. I'm like, okay, I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
But I was talking about what was happening. It's a full moon tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, full moon in Leo, and then we have on Saturday, which is the 27th, we have Uranus going direct because it was in retrograde, so it's
I
going
heard Uranus, and I'm
direct.
like, how'd this conversation go there? But now I understand.
That's what it was. We stopped at
I was like, wait,
Uranus.
what did I miss? When you enter with Uranus, you're like, oh, what?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
now I'm caught up. Okay.
You caught up now? Okay. Okay, good. I just
Rest
didn't
my
want to
little
leave
mind.
it
Rest
at
my little
just
mind.
your anus.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yes. So this what I was talking about on Monday, everybody. I was talking about the full moon ritual. So make sure if you don't know what to do, go check this video out that John graced us with. And it
Angel,
explains everything. It explains what you can do, how you can, if you want to tweak it, how whatever. This is the template. Okay, this is what I was talking about because I could not get this video up on Monday for me. I was like, damn it. I had all these damn QR code things on my arm here and I can't bring that up. So yeah.
exactly. Angel said the spiciest lover you never had.
Yes.
And by the way, if you had taken the opportunity and had the good fortune to buy this planner,
Oh,
you
I
would have
just
known
was
that
talking
tonight is a
about
full
it.
moon. Yes,
Yes.
because it's documented in here with all the other
Yes.
astrological events of each month. So
Yes.
there you go.
Everything of the
Absolutely.
breakdown,
Yep.
astrology wise. Also, it helps you dive deeper into your inner self because there's questions to ask yourself. Also, some crystals to work with, and then the planner part of holding yourself accountable for what you need to the tasks for the month, things that you want to accomplish. And this is a digital download. Hey, and it's only $20.
Mm-hmm.
Just $20. This is like a steal because most of these planners, I even looked them up. They already go for, 60, $80, close to $100 just for those breakdowns.
Yep.
So check it out. I had to put a plug in for me just a little bit. And if you need some cleansing, okay, some cleansing, someone has a awesome sage box. Um, and it's amazing. You have your selenite wand, you have your feather, you have your Apollonian shell, you have Palo Santo, and of course white sage.
And amethyst is in there
And
as well.
amethyst is in there. Yes,
We
to
give them
have that
amethyst.
other
Absolutely.
protection around. So
Absolutely. And I can tell you, you go to metaphysical stores, you will not see that low price for a smudging kit.
no,
And it's
not
not
for the
pretty
whole
usually.
kit. No,
Exactly.
even for and they give you this little bag if you do that. They give you this little
Mm-hmm.
bag, and you like, oh wait, all it is for that? You crazy? Mm-mm, mm-mm. Let
Exactly.
me just put my pieces together, or you can just order it yourself.
Exactly. And get that selenite wand because that selenite
Yeah.
wand itself is worth the money, in my opinion. Because that thing, man, it's good to clear your energy when you can. When you can,
Yes.
and you do. Absolutely. And if you can't do that, then maybe just get some sage because you should be saging your house once a
Boom.
month at least. At least. And if you do that, burn that Palo Santo because that Palo
Mm-hmm.
Santo will bring that positive energy in. There you go.
Absolutely.
And if you live in my house, then you know what these scents are because these are the two that I burn often. This is the dragon's blood and frankincense. I burn them
Yes,
together.
it smells so
That's my
good.
smell right there. Yeah, they smell good alone, but together,
Yes,
man, that smell is amazing.
it's
So
powerful too,
it
child.
is
Gets
indeed. It
all the
is indeed.
cooties out the house.
Yes, it does. It does. And don't forget, folks, doing the salt across the threshold. You don't have to wait to the end of the month or the first of the month to do it. If you're getting some negative energies, get out there and put that salt out there. Make sure that you're telling spirits you need to go. You're not welcome
Hmm.
here. This is not the place, and I'm not the one. But most importantly, do the full moon ritual tonight. This is the
Absolutely.
wolf moon. This is a wolf moon, and it is
Yes.
powerful. So let's put it to
Yes.
use.
And this is about also self-expression because this is Leo energy. It starts off, if you saw the full moon last night, it started off in Cancer and it's moving into um Leos. So I'm just saying, this is bold energy here.
Yes,
When you have what is the wolf? The wolf is bold, loyal, protective, territorial, and can survive on their own, but will also consider everybody else, their input of bringing in that pack. Okay, so
absolutely.
you know,
And I got my little white wolf myself. My little Miss Ghost, my puppy. It's interesting. We looked it up,
yes.
and the Siberian Huskies are like 98 genetically 98 point some percent wolf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're that connected to and have been that way. But
So is she's vocal?
look at her. Oh, she's
I
vocal.
know.
Yeah,
She's so pretty.
she's adorable. Now she's sitting over on the other side of the island because I'm cooking on the one side, and she knows she can't come over there where the
Yeah.
stove and stuff is. She's not allowed. So,
Yeah.
and if you listen, you may hear her now because she's fussing a little bit.
I was about to say, is she vocal? Or talk
Yep.
back.
And I brought her
Because
in a little too soon, so she's not real happy with me right now
oh, she
because she
don't
likes
like
being
it.
outside and playing. Lord have mercy, when the rain was coming and it was cold, the
Uh,
little pug was like, and she
oh
was
no,
out
she
there just
loves it.
jumping and playing and whatever. The sprinklers come on and she likes getting in the sprinklers. I'm like,
Yeah.
this dog is crazy, but it's a sweet.
She loves, well, I would say huskies love the cold.
They do.
They love everything about it.
Yep.
It's very hard to keep them in the house.
Yep. Yep. And look how much she's grown. This is when she was much younger.
Um,
So she is growing.
she
She's
know
growing.
how to pose, apparently.
She is a poser. She is a poser. She can. It's like strike a pose. She's Madonna would love her. I tell you because
Oh gosh.
So there you go. Well, with that said, let's see who's out there and who wants some readings. Sorry, I didn't mean to kind of ignore everybody.
It's so good. It is all good.
Exactly. Hey, good morning, Ray Lopez. Good morning from Kingman, Arizona.
Yes, Ellen T. Good morning to you,
Absolutely.
my
We
love.
haven't read for Seashells in so long. It's good to see you back, Seashells, by the way. So why don't we give Seashells a
Seashells.
good reading? Not a
Awesome.
good reading. Give her a reading of whatever you see.
Oh,
Hopefully that means a good reading, but you never know.
right.
I don't. So there we go. Seashells, you are first up.
Hey, Ed.
Hey, Dr. Rivera, AZ Cactus Doctor in the house.
Yes, yes. With the art of the pot.
Mm-hmm.
With the pot of the art.
That there stuff,
The
yeah.
pottery.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, oh my gosh. Even when I go now, because of him posting it all the time, those pictures, I look at, you know, plant pots all differently. I'm like, this one got no personality. No. Okay. Miss Seashell.
Seashell.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was like, Seashells, are you longing for a relationship? Because I'm getting the feeling like there's a if you're in a relationship now, then it's not fulfilling you, but I'm getting the feeling maybe you're not in one, but you want to be in one.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's the kind of the energy I'm getting now. It's interesting here because a change is coming in that sense. So, Seashells, are you in a relationship or not? Because again, that would help. But what I'm getting is the Three of Wands energy around that, which tells me that something's coming in. The boat's coming in. The boat's coming in. So again, if you're not in a relationship, I'm single and I want to be. Yes, exactly. That's what I was getting. Well, guess what? One's coming in, baby. One's
Mm-hmm.
coming in, and Lord knows you are ready. You're like, I am ready. I am ready. And he is a good energy.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really good energy for you because this is a person who is flexible. They are, and when I mean flexible, I can't speak to the physical side of flexibility, but
Mm-hmm.
but I can tell you, his personality is flexible. He's not rigid. He's not. He will work with you. He will work with you. He will work with you. Exactly. Exactly. He is somebody who is very confident, somebody who is very comfortable in
Mm-hmm.
his skin, somebody who isn't looking for you to be his mother. And he's not looking for you to be the doting whatever. He's looking for you a partner. And so he's looking for a strong, determined woman, not a weak woman, not a woman who is going to be subservient to. He wants a partner. This guy wants a partner, and he is willing to work to make it work, which is wonderful. Again, he's not set in his ways to the point where it's not beneficial, and I love that about it. But yes, it's coming right in front of you. And this guy's going to be he's going to be either a mid-tone color hair or even a little bit of graying. So he's a little bit older. He's not a young buck, but he is somebody who has been through it. And I'm getting the energy that maybe he has been married once, and so this will be he's been down that road, and that's why he's so confident because he's like, I know what I had, I know what I did. This is what I want. So
Mm-hmm.
again, you're not playing in a new ballpark here. This guy's been around, and that's really to your advantage. And it's interesting because again, it brings a closure to something you've been wanting because you've been wanting a relationship. So yes, the Ten of Wands is here. You've been working on it. It's happening. And look at this, the Ten of Cups. So this is going to be a good relationship for you. You're going to be very happy with this. This is going to be very fulfilling. So wow, well, what can I say? I don't even want to go further because I'm like, this is all good. Yeah, yep. So there you go. What you got, Shawna?
Well, you have the Three of Wands. I have the Four of Wands.
Oh. What is that's like some long-term planning there?
That is long term, and this is the happiness. This is all of that. I wouldn't be surprised when y'all get into that deepness. The conversation will come up about, well, let's take this to the next level,
Yes.
and that next level is like, are we in this for the long run? Yes, this is a long-term relationship. This is not
Yep.
something that is going to be short, sweet. I see you next winter. No, this
Mhm.
is I'm in it for the long haul. This person that you was describing, I got the Emperor, and
Yep.
that is this is the new person coming into your life. This is one that's bringing in love. This is the one that is bringing in that happy. It's getting you outside your box as well. You bringing this person outside of their box and maybe touching your box.
Has a lot of boxing going on.
That's a lot of boxing, honey.
Mm.
But this is when you was talking about the healing. This is healing you with the temperance card. But this is also having patience with this. No need to rush this relationship. No need to rush anything.
Exactly.
Let it flow organically, and it will shock the mess out of you when it does flow. The way you like, wait a minute, I've never experienced this type of relationship. You haven't. Just as well as this person has never um you know ex- experienced the type of relationship. It's like y'all both want each other. I mean, in every way possible. Okay, not just the physical part. Okay, but this is about helping you heal from things, and you helping him heal as well. Now, I do have something that did come up for you, which is the devil card. I wouldn't be so concerned about what others will say about the relationship or what other people's opinion. I will stay away from negative patterns, negative thinking. Um, Even maybe having this obsession type of feel, because that can get into a negative tone, like, well, what are you doing? I gotta know where you at. I got to. It's like, just once again, allow it to flow, because it's bringing in the abundance. I had to bring out this, a clarifier, and this is the Six of Wands over the Devil card, and which is great. This is you both shining, and uh it's not just I would say it's not just one person overtaking the relationship. You're both shining. You're both stepping out, and people are noticing the love between and the passion that you have for each other. So don't get so caught up of what other opinions. Okay, just stay in this bubble of protection. Okay, allowing no penetration to come through to throw you off. Well, when I say you kind of know what I mean. But take all the penetration, honey. Take it all.
Make it a whole and complete relationship. The whole deal.
The whole deal. So this is great. This is something, once again, first thing when you said the Three of Wands, I was like, oh shoot, I got the Four of Wands. This is taking it to the next level, and
Heck
it's
yeah.
only going to get better.
Yep. Yep.
So enjoy this new person. This is some nice new energy that you need in your life. And I feel like it's more impactful than just making an impact for both. I feel like y'all both will have this unconditional type of love.
Yeah.
I think
And
that's
again, this
something.
is a new person. This is not somebody
Yes, a new
who is
person.
already in your life. This is a new person. And
Hmm.
the energy I'm getting is it's in a few months. It's not like immediate. And don't go out desperately looking for it. Don't go out desperately changing everything, saying it's coming. So I'm going to find that in every individual. No, believe me, when you find the person, you will know it. But you
Yeah.
cannot make it happen. You cannot fabricate it because saying, okay, well, I'm told it's going to happen. So now I'm going to go out there and make it happen. Again, live your life as you would. If you get
Hmm.
off, ask on a date, take the date. If it no, don't go with preconceived notions, but
Hmm.
by living your life the way you should be living your life and living it the way in which it was meant to be lived, that's how you connect and communicate and eventually wind up with that person. So
Yeah.
again, don't alter the way you're living. Don't sit back and say, I'm done now. I'm going to just wait because they're going to knock on my door. It does not work that way. It
No.
does not work that way. And don't see every man as that guy, because that's
No.
not the way it works either. Again, you will know it when it happens, and don't force it. And then once it happens, you're like, damn, that's it. That's
That's
it.
it.
Home
Because
run.
you would automatically know
Yep.
that this is you will feel it, and it's like that unbelievable type of feeling.
Yep.
But you will know that this is the person that spirit has sent you, that the universe has put y'all on the same path together, and you will definitely know. Just let everything flow. No rushing. Do
Exactly.
not rush. Do not
Exactly.
rush. This person stand on their business too, so it ain't like uh they don't know what they're doing, or they don't know what they're talking about.
And they
So
know what they want. So the good
they
part
know
is
what they want,
that there's
right?
no rush because they know what they want, and when they meet
Hmm.
you, you are going to be that thing, that person, that energy, that love, that relationship they want. So there's no
Hmm.
need to rush. No need to rush even once you meet them, because you're like, you know what? That connection's made it. We're done. I just got to play it out. Let it play itself out.
Hmm. Hmm.
So there
I
you go.
feel
And
like
while
this.
we're,
I'm sorry. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was saying I was getting the energy of a man's man, whatever that may mean. But if
Yeah.
that's what you were yearning for, then that's what you are receiving. It's
Yep.
almost saying that you're. This is the person that you manifested.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
this is what you've asked for.
Yep.
Now, here's the delivery. But
Yep.
he's also asked for you.
Yes.
So that's the
Yep.
other thing, you know.
Yep. Yep, both of you are going to be thinking that you've gotten what you've been seeking, and that's
Yeah.
wonderful. And while we're getting what we're seeking, folks, we don't charge for these readings. So the one way we expect that you would maybe come through is hitting some like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons. And as a reminder,
Yes.
this is it. And if anybody has a birthday this week, last week, next week, or whenever,
Yes.
this is for you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. There you go. There you go.
You
Who
know, it
is next, Miss
froze
Shaw?
on mine. It
Did it?
didn't. It didn't play the whole thing.
Oh, well, on mine, it seemed to do it, I think. I don't know. It looked like it.
Oh.
So,
Hmm. Oh,
who
oh
you
well.
got? Who you got there, Shauna? Who's drawing your attention? Hey,
Oh,
Miss
and
Linda. Happy Thursday to you. I'm like, I didn't know where I was going with that. I don't know.
happy, happy.
I was like a glitch in the matrix. That's what it was.
Yes, yes. There was a little glitch. I don't know who I'm being drawn
Maybe
to.
I was born that way.
Okay. Oh,
I was born a glitch, or is that maybe the
born
glitch?
in a glitch,
I
child,
was
not a
I was born a
glitch.
glitch, yeah. Or maybe the GL was, maybe there's a B there. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. May
Oh
I have a reading? Says, oh yes, hello, Diana. Nice to see you
yeah,
in
let's do
Azuri
A Poltergeist TV.
Poltergeist.
Hmm.
Absolutely, we all need a little poltergeist in our
A
life.
little bit.
Y'all know poltergeists are not
Oh, okay.
necessarily bad. They're fun. They're fun and mischievous little spirits
Hmm.
that maybe live in a house or whatever. So when you hear the word poltergeist, they're really not usually feared, because they're mischievous. Like they'll hide things,
Yes,
they'll move things, they'll do things, but they don't bring. They're not
they
negative
want
energy.
attention. They want
Exactly.
attention, and they want to see how much they can. They playing with you. Well, in
Exactly.
the worst way, but they playing with you.
Exactly. Yes, especially with the keys. They love keys and coins. So don't
Oh,
be
that.
surprised if you think you set something in one place and then it's someplace else, or coins. Or they'll play with coins and leave them all around, and you're like on the floor. You're like,
Yeah.
Kenny, why'd you put pennies on the floor? I didn't put pennies on the floor. Well, they're
Right.
there. There's only two people living in this house.
Yeah. That's so funny that you said that, because yesterday when we sat at the bar, there was a penny right there looking at me like, hey, I'm like, does anybody carry change like that anymore? So I just picked that penny right on up and I said, thank you. And you've been
Mhm.
hanging with me all night.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. JoJo says
Hey,
she can never
Candy.
find her keys.
Yes, yes.
Angie
Ah,
says Poltergeist, one of my favorite movies. Absolutely, me too. I love that
yeah.
movie. I love it.
Caroline.
Yep,
Caroline. The
yep.
little lady. Oh my gosh. She was the most, the
Run to the
funniest to me.
light. Go to the light. I love at the end though, little Tangina when again that does that or whatever, and she's like,
Yeah.
"This house is clean." Little did she know, a little while later, the house was not clean.
No, it was not. They wanted old Caroline back.
Oh yes.
So Azuri, what I'm getting for you is the Three of Wands here. The Three of Wands. Um, I feel like you need to put your plan together, honey. Put a plan together of like, what is it that what you want to do, what you want to accomplish or get accomplished. Um, I also feel like you may seem a little confused, but it's like you need guidance almost. And I feel like there's someone that's going to come in and help you with your guidance of getting a getting your vision together, getting and putting your goals together in on point to where they are achievable instead of making, how some people will say, well, this was, I want to become a millionaire. Well, how you going to become a millionaire? Well, what are the steps that you need to take to become a millionaire? Are you taking those steps to become a millionaire? Are you doing anything to get you closer to becoming a millionaire? Are you saving? Are you talk to a financial advisor, or are you putting money back, or things like that? Are you have a product or idea that you want to work with? It's like being actionary, okay? And that's what I'm feeling with this. You have the knowledge with this high priestess being here. um
Which deck is
and this
this?
is my first. It's kind of nice because it's my first time seeing this card.
Yes. Yes, what deck is this?
Yeah, it's so different because even if you don't know, this is you diving in
Yeah.
more. But I love the books. It's like the
Yeah.
knowledge, and then you have the yin
And
and
the
the
yin and
yang of
yang.
finding
Yeah.
and it's so prominent of saying this is
Yeah.
what you are seeking is balance in
Yes.
your life. This is what you want,
Yeah.
and as this is basically taking advantage of the knowledge that you are receiving
Mhm.
and using it for your benefit. Okay. But listen, what clarified it was the star card. Okay. This is that wish fulfillment. This is your wish coming true. But you have to put the work in. Take all of what you learn and then use it, regardless of what the outcome may be. This is you changing up the frequency. This is you changing up the vibration. And now spirit or the universe is like, bam, okay, I see you moving. I see you doing this. Let me match your step. Okay. Or let me give you an extra thing because I know that you are now in that movement. Look, you got the 9 of Cups. You need to get your confidence level up. Okay. I feel like when you do and get the knowledge that you need, and you research and now you're ready on, let's do this. It's like, all right, now your confidence level is coming back up, or you having confidence of whatever that you are, whatever your ideal is, whatever the goal is. It's the achieving part here, and you have a breakthrough happening for you with this Ace of Swords. Amazing. This can be a new possibility coming in, the impossible happening for you. And I also feel like this is something that spirit is definitely is helping you with. And is ushering it. This is a blessing coming in for you. This could be that, a rising above of whatever the the fear is. Okay. I also feel with this is being inspired, but or even you being that inspiration to others. Okay. But I do feel, girl, this Six of Wands is here. This is the abundance coming in. This is you getting the recognition. This is getting the rewards. Okay. And definitely playing off of your talents, playing off of your skills. So whatever direction that you are going into, stay on that get out of this shell of like, I don't know if I put myself out there, or if I put a product out there, or if I put this idea out there, what will happen? Don't be worried about that, child. We got plenty of stories of when we first put ourselves out there, even being on the channel, putting ourselves out there, because the first time I didn't feel like I had the right equipment, but I still did it anyway, you know? And those were, wait a minute, I started the tea times. And when I started the tea times, I was doing just the readings of just for that day. And then I'm like, okay, let me get my groove and let me see what happens. Let me see what's going on, and let me get focused on what am I trying to um put out there? What is this energy about? And then I'm getting concerned with the numbers. Well, my number's not going up. Why is nobody viewing my video? My video is just as much as. Don't worry or be concerned of any of that. When you remove that fear, you got the rest. You got the rest. The rest, the universe has it, because someone needs to hear what you have to say. Okay? Because you've had that experience. This is part of your testimony, you know. This is part of helping, being of service to others. So, yeah, that's what I have for you. Get going. Okay, get going and get her done, because this is promised to you. Your wish is coming true. Just keep your faith, keep that hope, keep the hope alive, right? So,
Power to the people.
right. How you doing, brother? How you doing, sister? Just do it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're gonna get so much hate mail for that. You know that,
I
right?
know.
It's like, Lord, but when you get that 60s, 70 vibe, late 60s, early 70 vibe,
Yes.
you got to go with that. It's what
The
it is.
evolution has already
Exactly.
begun.
Lord have mercy.
The revolution, man. Not the
Exactly.
evolution, but the
No, I
revolution.
love the evolution part better, actually. Yes,
Right.
indeed. Yeah, back then it was revolution. Now it's evolution. We need to
Right.
evolve. Lord have
Absolutely.
mercy. We're slipping backwards. Evolve, not devolve. Right? I'm serious. Lord have mercy.
Right.
There
But
you
you
go.
need to get your confidence up, love. For
Absolutely.
real. Get your confidence up. And believe in what your talent, your gifts are,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. The other thing that I was getting, the energy that I was getting is something that Angels was picking up too, because she was chatting in the side and a few other people. And that is there's an energy of confidence or lack thereof. But I think it comes in the fact that you need to first of all, you need to get out of your funk. You need to get the hell out of your funk, because you are so deep in a funk that is not good. And
Mhm.
you cannot look to others to get you out of this. You got to do it yourself. Okay.
Mhm.
So you need to find a way to get up, get out, get moving, and to bring in some life. Bring
Mhm.
in some life, bring in some energy. If it means getting your hair cut, if it means trimming up your beard, if it means
Yep.
whatever, you need to do something to bring in some new positive energy. Second thing you need to do is you need to get some sage, and you need to sage the hell out of your house and your space, because that energy has got to go. It's time to evict it. And there's one way to
Yeah.
do it quickly, and that is by saging, which is smudging your house. So get that sage and get to doing it. If you don't have sage, do something. If you don't have sage, burn some
Open.
tea leaves. Usually
Yes.
there's not tea leaves. I'm
Bay
sorry,
leaves.
bay leaves. There's usually some bay leaves in the house and in the kitchen. People have it in the
Mhm.
kitchen. So if you don't have
Open those
sage, get there.
windows up. Open those
Absolutely, absolutely.
windows.
And generally speaking, if you don't have sage that's in the long form, your mom or your wife or your whatever will have, or you even will have sage in the kitchen again. Put it in a little bowl and burn it. Again,
Mhm.
there are many ways to do this, and get some salt and put it out in the front of your doorstep to make sure you're sending away negative energy. Order in some Palo Santo if you have the resources. Palo Santo is cheap. I think it's like $4 or $5 with the one that I post. 4 or 5 bucks
Oh,
to get some Palo
rosemary.
Santo.
Mhm.
So again, change the energy in your house by changing your energy as well. Shift them both at the same time. I would also be doing some affirmations every morning. I would be grateful. I'd be grateful for 3 things, 3 different things every day. If you tell me you cannot, even in the worst, ugliest, funky space you might be in, you cannot tell me you cannot be thankful for 3 things every morning. And those things are different every morning. So when you wake up, you tell yourself, I'm grateful for this, thank you for this, and I'm grateful for this. And by doing that, you start your day in a more positive way. You start your day in a more positive mindset, and then you build from there. If you start yourself in a funk, waking up like, damn, I don't feel good today, or I don't want to do this, or I'm depressed, guess what you just did? You set your tempo for that day. So instead, let's flip the script. Let's, again, you take control. 3 things: gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. What are you grateful for? Thank the universe for giving you some good things. And eventually the universe will give you even more good things. But you gotta start in ya, in ya,
Mhm.
in ya. Okay? So
Yes.
and then
Oh,
yep,
another thing I'm getting, I'm sorry, my head is banging. You got to get out your head because this is
yes,
a bunch of pressure that
yep,
I'm like, I'm trying to like get it together. I'm like, I don't have no problem over here, but it's like you are in your head so much, love. You
yes,
got to get out.
yes, yes. And the other and then with all that I've said, you've got to do perfect English, right?
Yes,
You
you got
you
to.
should exactly. When you are doing your live streams, when you're doing whatever, do it because you enjoy it. Do it because you love it. Do it because it brings you some kind of release, some kind of energy, some kind of joy, some kind of whatever. Don't do it because your goal is I'm going to monetize. Don't do it because I'm going to get here. That can be a goal that is attained based on the other things, but if you don't like it, if you don't enjoy it, if you don't find peace or solitude from it or whatever it is that you get from it, you have to enjoy it and love it. Otherwise, people will see through you. They will read right through you. We see readers online sometimes, and I'm like, holy crap. Damn,
Mhm.
somebody give them some energy shot. Give them a B12 boost or something. Because sometimes you're like, Lord have mercy, somebody. They need a friend. They need a
You
friend.
need the whole bee,
They
be all the bees, okay?
exactly. And I'm not trashing anybody that gets online because guess what? Anybody who gets online and does this, they
Yeah,
are one step above the ones who talk about it and don't do it. And
right.
so again, but I'm telling you, sometimes when you come online, people read you. People can
Yes.
read you. That's the one thing about social media. Social media has taught people to read people really well. And they can read your face, they can read your body language, and they can tell when
Everything.
you're trying to spread a little bit of manure around or when you're actually living the life. Okay?
Mhm.
So know that when you take that leap, when you start moving forward, and when you're enjoying what you do, it will radiate and people will start following you. They'll subscribe because guess what? Now they're drawn to your energy. They're
Yes.
drawn to you because, wow, this guy is fun or he's interesting or he has something to offer for
Mhm.
whatever reason. So that is a key as well. Don't just go there to say, well, gosh, I don't want to be here, but I've got to get my time in because if I
Right.
post something, because you know what? And I will tell you, if you post consistently, time and time and time again, they always tell you all the first thing you hear on YouTube, people, the YouTube advisors, right? Post consistently, post it once every bullshit,
Mhm.
bullshit. Because again, it's more than just consistency. You got to
Mm.
be consistent, yes, but the consistency also is good product, good energy, and something people want to watch. So
Mm.
again, if you love it and you radiate it, people will follow you. If you
Mm.
don't, people will not. So there you
Yeah.
go. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. Another thing about the about posting,
Mhm.
you can burn yourself out quickly. And you will hear that from a lot of YouTubers that y- was at the beginning of posting all the time. And then they will do a video and say, I got to take a break.
Yep.
And when they take a break, they take a hardcore break. You might not see them for a year or months to a year or whenever. It's just they get burnt out because now are you doing this for the subscribers or are you just doing this, you know, to get the check or whatever? You got to understand because I was stuck on that at the beginning, like I gotta post, I gotta post, I gotta post. Well, I easily burnt myself out from posting so much because one, I'm dragging, I'm like forcing a message to come out, and spirit's like, listen, what you doing? I'm gonna mess all of this up, and it will be times, and it happened to Don too. It
Mhm.
it will be times where we will do a whole message, and it won't upload, or
Yes.
something. The sound will be off, and or something will be off. Spirit be like, "You're not posting nothing. Nope, you're not posting anything because." You wasn't into it.
Yep.
You're just saying something just to be saying something, or just getting some likes and getting all of it. No, no, no. That message not gonna get across. Somebody will hear it, but it ain't gonna get across the way you were intended. Or we could do 5 videos of the same thing and still it won't upload right. Something
Hmm.
will be wrong. When I get that, I'm like, oh, I need to shut up and let me close my laptop and go take a breather.
Yep. And Shauna knows there's one reader who there were three different readers who I used to watch religiously,
Oh yeah.
religiously, and I always told myself, man, I'd like to be in their shoes because I love the way in which they present. I love their energy, and they talk to me. And you will
Hmm.
get. It's funny because when you get these readers online that do these the weekly readings, they're meant as general readings, but it's amazing how certain readers just seem to tap me. And every week I'm like, damn, they're
Yeah.
talking to me because it worked
Yes.
in my life. And one of them was Zane Tarot. I think it was Zane
Yep.
something. And Zane was
Yeah.
amazing, and he was a young kid, and he was raking in some serious money on YouTube.
You're
He had
right.
gotten to the point where he was monetized. He had more than enough people popping in
Mm.
every time to check his videos out, and he was doing fine. And he finally sent a post and said, letting you know that soon I'm taking off. I'm going to travel around the world. I can't do this anymore. It's affected my health, my
Yep.
psychological, my physical health. And it's just, he couldn't keep up with the postings. And he was like, I can't do this anymore. And he
Hmm.
did. He walked away and he was gone. He just popped up recently again.
Yep.
And I think that's wonderful to see him back. But he had to walk away. And this is somebody who walked away from some serious money. I mean,
Yeah.
he was making some real income every month from YouTube, but it just was not sustainable over time for him. And he then he made that decision. I need
Yeah.
to go. I need to go get I need to get tuned up. I need to get my
Yes.
tune up,
He and that's great to do, because shoot, we when we do our 12 sometimes. I need my tune up as
Yes.
well. And but he came back on his own terms.
Yep.
And he still posts, but he doesn't post like how you used to. He was
Exactly.
posting 200 videos a month.
A month.
A
Yes.
month.
Yep.
Could you imagine? And then he couldn't figure out what was going on with his health. Even the doctors couldn't figure out what was going on with his health. He needed to stop. He had to. He had to listen
Yes.
to his body and say, "Okay, I got it. I got it." Even when you do things and you're not posting stuff up, even you don't want to burn yourself out so much to where you can't get yourself to come back to center, you know.
Yep.
It's just it can be just all over the place, you know.
And Kelly, thank you, Kelly, for this. I'm going to post this because Kelly said this. The energy from you guys is what kept me coming back. Was a year in
Oh,
November. Appreciate you all so much. You've given me confidence in myself and lots of education. Oh, Kelly, believe me, we love watching you reading with
yes.
us along on the side. It's like we
Yes.
love that energy you bring in. And Miss Linda is another one who is Miss
Yes.
Linda and JoJo and Cynthia. They pop in, and especially Miss Linda. Miss Linda will share. And at one point, Miss Linda asked me. She says, am I talking too much? I'm like, no, you're never
No.
talking too much. Everybody should
No.
be involved. I love when we love the comments on the side as much, because you know what, we become a community, and
Absolutely.
therefore we kind of, and you'll notice as some people come in, other people talk to them because guess what, they've been here a long time, or
Yeah.
they've just been here recently but are involved, and therefore people get to know each other, and I love that. And
Me
so
too.
yeah,
I
thank you, Kelly, for
definitely
that.
love it. Even when Victor comes in, Victor be
Oh,
on
Victor,
point with them.
yes. Victor's come a long way. Victor's one who came in,
Victor,
and Victor was
yes.
so shy and he had no confidence. And
No.
over time, Victor went on live, and Victor came
Yes.
out of that shell, and Victor gives his opinion and all that stuff. I love it.
And so
So
many other people that has came out their shell just by, watching us. We listen, we have fun on here. Every show. Now you have a show almost every day of the week. You know, Julie, Susan,
mhm.
Bonnie, Angie, and even Scott, Underwood, and Sherry Berry, Alicia, people, Levita, all of these different people are coming out of their shell. We have Venus mentality. We have who else that's got their own thing going on? It's so many. Yes. Sonora. Yes. All of them. Yes. It's here's the thing. We here because we enjoy.
Yep.
And it be sometimes when we're like, where this energy gonna go? I would tell you I ain't gonna be on here all day. And then you just don't know how spirit is going to guide you and use you. Because we're just a vessel. That's
Yeah.
it. You
Yeah.
know?
And often when we get on here, we don't even know how the day is going to go. No one can ever know how the day is going to go. And
Right.
then your energy, the energy from everybody watching, just feeds us, and it's like boom.
Yes.
It's like that's the cool part, is that we are blessed with folks who are engaged and who bring the energy. They bring
Yes.
the energy,
Bring it, Hunter. Bring it. I
and we
remember
love it.
we started with old Twitch, right? Because it
Yes,
was easy streaming.
Twitch first. Yep.
Twitch, and then we figured out YouTube. And
Yep.
then the rest.
Yes.
When they want to act like you got some sense. Uh, but then it's just that energy of all of us coming together, and I'm pretty sure there's been conversations outside of the shows, outside of the lives, between amongst y'all, getting to know each other, and there's friendships as that evolved. Shoot, we had a whole, um, come together psychic palooza,
Yes.
in Arizona.
Yeah.
And there's lunches, all of this. This is that those moments that is amazing to have. And even when we break off and doing our own thing, there's ultimate support as well, from everybody, especially during the workshop that I did. Because I was so nervous, because I was like, okay, I didn't feel like I'm that teacher part, because I'm just going to be babbling. But I like the presentations that I worked with Spirit with this, honey. And Spirit one goes, not going to let up. So I had to. I had to. Even when
Exactly.
people, that didn't, or don't care for this, they still come in, support, and watch, and
Yeah.
they come back with, oh shoot, okay, maybe I should pay attention to this, or maybe I should you know let this go, or I got some clarity. And this is what we
Hmm.
do. This is what I love doing it.
Yeah, and the other wonderful thing is it shrinks the world up. It shrinks. I mean,
Yeah.
Linda lives in California. Jojo lives in California. Cynthia
Yeah.
lives here across town. I would never have known any of them if
Yeah.
not for here. The Kim Kobe. I knew her tangentially, as I was her reader for about two or three times, and then all of a sudden, when I was live, she comes on, and we get to know her, and she becomes part of the Psychic Squad. She's in Pennsylvania, she's in Maryland. I would never have gotten to know her. Again, it's amazing how the people who come into our lives, do they are not just a name on a screen. I mean, they
Oh
become
no.
part of the family, and it's because of this vehicle that
Yeah.
allows it to happen. And I think that's wonderful. And so it's again, it's
Yeah.
that energy. So specifically back to the person we were reading, Azor Poltergeist.
Mhm.
It's you getting online, doing it,
Yes.
enjoying what you're doing, and that infectious spirit of loving what you do will draw folks
It,
in. And you will
yeah.
be edgy at first. You will be a little bit cryptic at
Oh yeah.
first. You'll be clumsy at first, but guess
Yes.
what? Over time, it becomes just you. You learn the medium. You learn to be able to be comfortable,
Yeah.
and then it flows. So
And I can tell you
nobody's good right
every
off the
time.
bat, generally speaking, except for me.
No.
I'm great anyway, so whatever.
Oh, I can tell you my first time, and because the great thing about YouTube, they still be up. And when you go back and rewatch yourself from how much you have grown, the confidence level has gone up, and you become more comfortable of just being on screen. One, two. I mean, nobody's coming at you with some words. Okay, cool. I can delete. Or I can block. It's
Hmm.
cool. Or just don't come in at all. I'm fine with that. But regardless, it's not going to stop my flow. It's not going to stop um, it needs to be said. Just
Yeah.
like old person right here. Coming on through. Um, yeah. I met Angie when we was in that in the psychic class, and we was sitting right beside each other. I felt like we was gonna get in trouble the whole time because you know we were talking, but we had a great connection. And then, I didn't go to the class all the time because I didn't live in that area. Good gosh, just right back to back.
Jeez, we are so fortunate.
Yes. And most of these people don't even know that that's them because the scamming thing. Oh, I wanted to tell y'all the
Tell
other
us,
night.
Miss Shawna, tell
I'm
us.
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
Are we going to
The
church or is this just a
No, no,
conversation?
no, no. This is just a story from the
Oh,
other night
shoot.
when I came on y'all live. No, we ain't going to. When I came in on y'all's live with you and Angie the other night, and I was just coming in saying, hey, the next day I got Love Riot Warriors hit me up. I got A5 Says hit me up. I got Sonoran Mystic Tarot hit me up. And I'm like, they all know my personal. Why are they hitting me up? And then I read the little box. If you feel like you are drawn to me, because I am drawn to you, please DM me for your message. And I'm like, oh man. So I tried to take a screenshot. Of course, Spirit's like, don't worry about it. They already know. But it was the same picture, same everything. So I say this to say, don't get scammed, y'all.
Yes, absolutely. And it's interesting. Somebody sent me, they reported it to Facebook themselves, thank goodness. Somebody had copied my camera keeps moving. Stop, Spirit. Leave it alone. Behave. Lord have mercy. Anyway, so somebody had they opened an account with my name, spelled identical to my name. This was a first for me. Spelled identical. They used my images as they appear on my Facebook page. They created a whole new Facebook page that was identical to mine, with everything being the same. Usually they change things up, but they went everything the same, and then they started reaching out to people to get a reading. That's why it's important to hear this final part of this is we do not ask you. We do not approach you for readings. We don't do that.
Yes.
If
We
you,
don't.
anytime that you get something from me is when you expect it because you reached out to me.
Absolutely.
So again, if I have not, if I initiate something to you, begging you for something, I don't beg
Yes.
and I don't ask.
No.
I have enough going on that I don't intrude in somebody's life. If you want a
Mhm.
you'll come out to me, and that's fine. You'll like, hey, can you do that? So again, if somebody is trying to get you to do something, please, even when you know
Right.
it looks like me or Shawna or anybody else, make
Mhm.
sure that you understand we don't do that. Other people may, and I'm not telling you to not respond to them because I don't
Right.
know if they're real or not. But I can tell you, if you see something from Sonoran Mystic Tarot, even if it's spelled with Sonoran Mystic Tarot or whatever,
Mhm.
usually when you click on it and you look, they have like 2 posts in their entire life. Page
Mhm.
just created, one of those things. You know
Mhm.
that's not me because I've been around a long time.
Absolutely. And I will say on my part, if you receive something from Goddess Power boutique, it's usually or Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot or even my personal, and it's an event. Okay, that's something totally different. Okay, from a post or someone messaging you. It's usually me that's doing the event. Okay, they not gonna take that time out to put an event together. Even when you receive an email, you will receive the email with my stuff on it. You will know that it's coming. But the only way you receive that email if you purchase something from the website, because it holds you made an account. So that's the only time. I don't do random stuff. Okay. So just saying. Just saying.
Yes.
And I always come out with a commercial. It's me speaking, letting you know I did put something together. Okay. So
Yep.
I back that behind to, with a video of me.
And if you see my website and you're used to my website and you see anything about going to my website, if it looks different, it will be looking different within this week because my son hired his company to do my website, revamp my website. So if you see the website has been changed, it is my real website. That is one thing I'll put you to rest right now.
Yes.
Don't panic when you see it's changed and think you got to the wrong website. It truly is because I needed a facelift. And so, a website's cheaper than a
Getting
facelift
a
here.
facelift.
So so and my son's good at
Absolutely.
that. So I hired his company to do that website for me. So when you
Yeah.
see that, you'll know that is indeed my real website. It's just not the old one anymore because we're retiring that one for a new and more
Improve.
improved look. Yeah, I like that. Improved. Yes, yes.
Improve.
Yes. And actually, when he created it and then he came up with the prototype, I was like, when you just you don't want to you want to make sure that you like what you see and then be prepared if you have to. And like, how do I fake whatever? I was like, damn, I'm liking this. And it's like
Yes.
this and then I'm like, no, 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 leave it, leave it. So, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, yeah, no, I
Yeah.
like it. I really do like it. And
Yeah.
we've been tweaking on it for the last few days, little things here and there. But yeah, like, damn, I'm impressed. So again,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I will advertise when one of the next lives, whenever it goes live, I will advertise and shout to the
Yeah.
rooftops to have you guys go there because
Yes.
I'm really happy with it. It's very nice. So
I did mine. I did mine all by myself.
mhm.
But it's a great learning experience because now I know what I can talk about when I go in for the facelift, for the improve, what the colors that I want, because I wanted to exude how I am, you know, high energy, vibrant, and I want the same type of colors,
Yep,
So
yep,
our
yep,
businesses need to grow with us. Yes. Right.
absolutely.
That's the other thing. It's nothing wrong. You know, you, when you feel like you at the top, you're not always just at the top. And it's not just it doesn't stop right there.
Yep,
You want to keep going, right? So you want to continuously learning and adapting. So that's the thing. I mean, Tichana also, yes. Yes.
absolutely.
I need a
Christina says, I
Facebook
need a
too. No, you
Facebook too.
don't.
Doing a website's not easy. Yeah, I created my own website, which is the one you'll see. If you go to sonoranmystictarot.com or smt.com, I think it's smtarot.com. I have both because they both point to the same place. But anyway, if you go there, you'll see the one that I did for myself. And you can see that, oh, it's cute. It's nice.
Yeah.
But it did need
Yeah.
a facelift. It did.
But
So
I'm telling
I
you,
totally agree.
when you do those things, and I'm a detail person, it's just like, oh man. Even when it goes to editing, when
Yeah.
you edit your videos, it's the details
They bog you
that,
down. They get
oh
so, I mean,
man,
it's like,
it's the
damn.
music that you got to put together. Is it too loud? Is it? Let me add this into it. I need it under 30 seconds
Yeah.
because some people's attention is a little short. I'm only gonna get you for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like with that type, I'm just like, okay, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, and I understand why people charge, the companies, why they charge what they charge, because they are doing this constantly.
Yeah.
But when you are doing it and you are walking yourself, you like, listen, I'm gonna give this about 5 more minutes, and this is going
Yes.
it's gonna be it.
Yeah. There's times you want to punch the screen. You're like,
Man,
the computer's not responsible, but damn, you want to hit something. You're like, damn, I gotta hit
man,
something. I gotta hit something because this is
absolutely.
like and it does the same thing. You're like, wait a minute, I changed it. How can it do that again? I just fixed
Yes.
that. No, it's back. You're like, so it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, that's a great quote. Yum num is what Albert Einstein. When you stop learning, you start dying. Period.
Yes. Yes. Did you hear that? Did you? Well, not to get off topic, but what the hell? Anyway,
No,
we always
go
do
ahead.
anyway.
Yeah, well, let's go.
Einstein. I was listening to the story about Einstein's brain.
Yeah.
When Einstein died, he did not want to be idolized. He had been idolized enough, and he was a scientist. He believed that it was not warranted.
Mhm.
And so he wanted to be his body cremated and his
Mhm.
ashes spread, so where nobody could go to a space and say idolize him. He didn't want that,
Mhm.
and it was crazy because the guy who was at the mortuary when he died, they cut the brain and he took the brain.
Of course he did.
He took the brain because he said, you know what, we can't miss this opportunity. This man has such an amazing mind, and we need to make sure see why. Is there something
You
physically about him?
something physically in the brain
Yeah,
is making you
yeah,
come up with all of this.
yeah. And so he took the brain, and this is when science really, for neuroscience, there wasn't a whole lot of it at the time. And so what he did is he cut up, and eventually the family found out the brain was gone. They hit the roof,
Mhm.
but he called the brother. I mean the son, and explain to him this man's brain was like no other. We need to look at it and see if there's something we can learn from this, because we don't have these kind of geniuses all over. This was unique. So
Mm-hmm.
the son finally agreed and said, you can keep the brain as long as you're doing it for science and respectful, and not not for idol worship and all that stuff. And so the
Mm-hmm.
guy cut some portions out. He made these slides, sent it off to some of the best neuro people in sciences throughout the US. And a lot of them didn't even respond with him. It's like they received Einstein's slices of Einstein's brain and they didn't respond. It's like, how as scientists could you not do this, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then he got frustrated and nothing really happened, but he kept the brain safe and frozen. And then years later, a reporter went to visit with him and say, hey, whatever happened with this? And it opened it all up again. And then everybody was parking out in front of his house. They wanted to buy the brain. They whatever, which is what Einstein did not want. But
Mm-hmm.
the good part is it opened up the newer neuroscientists who were curious, and they did. And so he read some of the papers of the work that was being done, and he found one scientist who had written some amazing stuff. And so when he gave her the brain, and she did the research, she found that his brain was more the I forget what you call them, the ones that the things that shoot energy, those
Mm-hmm.
things, he 75% more dense in his brain than others. So the
Mm-hmm.
density in those neurons, the neurons shooting,
Neurons.
they were
Mm-hmm.
75% more densely packed than in other brains. And then
Mm-hmm.
they also found that the precipitatal lobe, or whatever it is, lobe, was also different than most brains. And then it's interesting because this woman had the woman who did this, neurons. There, you're right, Bray. The woman who had done the research, what she did is she had a group of people who were very, very bright people, all the way down through people who were not so bright.
Mm-hmm.
And she had them all of them went through the same IQ tests. They went through all the same exams and everything else. And then she tracked them through their lives. And their agreement was when they passed, she could then review the brains. And she
Mm-hmm.
found again all these different things. And so his brain was wonderfully received, because again it was part of a study of a lot of brains, and therefore the comparison. And we all knew, we tracked his health, we tracked his IQ, we knew all these things about him. So that could fit perfectly into her study, and she was able to find these different things. His brain was actually different. By having the neurons packed together, apparently he was quicker and he could do spatial understanding. So he could look at things and spatially see them and connect them in ways that we usually can't, because he had that ability. He could find his way to any place, but yet he could not tie his shoes,
Mm-hmm.
because he had that spatial way of saying, "Oh, I can visualize how to there. I'm just go there, and we're there." He had so it's amazing how the science in the end, thank goodness, by conserving that brain, they were able to find indeed he biologically was created differently, and that biological difference was very much of an impact on what made him the man that he was and the genius he was, and also why he lacked certain things, because
Mm-hmm.
one brain part was overdeveloped, some parts weren't so much, and therefore some things he wasn't good at. He could not
Right.
have ever been good at them.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, right? Anyway,
It
more
is.
than you need to know, but it's interesting because I tell you what, we always talk about Einstein and being whatever. It wasn't just his education. He didn't have a superior education. He had a
Yep.
brain. He had an amazing brain. So
But I feel it was others like him,
yeah,
you know, either before him, even after him, but they don't get the same, what is it? The acknowledgement,
accolades. Mhm.
accolades.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
As
and he
as
said that
has.
too, by the way. He
Yeah.
said that he said very clearly,
Yes.
I was in the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he would have been just obscure like everybody else.
Yeah.
So
Because then,
he acknowledged that too.
yeah, because then they will look at him. And like still to this day, you have a bunch of geniuses out there,
Hmm.
and they can't tie their shoes. They can't even chew and walk at the same time, type
Yep.
of thing. But because they're not on that same level or being in that space, they're looked upon as special need or something else.
Hmm.
Which I feel all of us is, if we choose to operate with the capacity of working with different components of our brain. That's why I like that movie Lucy. Have you seen Lucy?
Yes. Yes.
You know, it explains the working with different percentages of the brain.
Right.
You know, when you at 100%, now it may be a little crazy, but when you at 100% of working with your brain, what are you? You are pure energy,
Energy. Yep.
pure energy. And
Yep.
so I just feel like all of us has that ability. It's
Yep.
just what we choose to do. Like, and also the environment uh plays a big part in that
Mhm.
too. You know, you could be in a place where you have, you know, you read encyclopedias all day
Mhm.
long, right? And you have another person that doesn't doesn't read none of that, but
Mhm.
knows the technology part of it. So it's just amazing how all of us are unique, and how what we bring to this earth, you know.
And it's and you know it's interesting because they say that they've even talked about that as mediums.
Hmm.
Certain people are born easily with the mediumship, so they
Right.
easily connect because their brains are wired a certain way, and so they've tested that where other people they can still be mediums, but it's more work for them because again
Yes.
of the way in which they are more connected to energy or whatever. I forget what it is, but I saw that research too as I was writing my book on affirmations. There, I saw
Yeah.
that research, and they true mediums who have been tested and proven to be damn good at what they do, they
Hmm.
do have a biology. You know, the brain is different, and there are certain
Hmm.
areas kick on differently than when we kick on. And so
Yeah.
it's amazing how some people are, again, some people are born with it and some people
Hmm.
must develop it. But I
Right.
always go back to the same argument, is that anybody out there, you out there, no matter who you are,
Yes.
you have the ability to be psychic. You are psychic. We are born psychic. We
Yes.
suppress it because it is one of our senses. I truly believe it is one of our senses that we suppress
Hmm.
because society says, oh, you can't do that. And it goes back to this freaking wrapped in religion that we've been born to believe
Hmm.
and been indoctrinated in. Yes, I said
Yeah.
indoctrinated to religion. Lord have mercy. We have been indoctrinated from birth. We're indoctrinated to religion. You know,
Absolutely.
it's like they
Because
want.
we're being taught what they were taught. It's only learned behavior. And when you go into that unlearning phase and unlearn everything, now that is the phase that you like, hold on. Now you start getting upset at the fact that you knew all of this information, but yet you still wanted to tell me this.
Yep, yep,
You
yep,
still wanted me to have me live like this.
yep.
No, 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 no. So this is what we promote, folks. We promote you understanding your power. You have the power to of your own destiny. You are the one that can use all the resources. All what you need is within you. It's in your DNA.
Exactly.
Okay, it is literally in your DNA. And if you tap into that, boy, what do you become? If you don't tap into it, you stay what you stay.
Mhm.
That makes sense. You stay where you're at. But me, I like to, I know I get on top of the roof and I fly. I know, well, if some wings gonna come out my back or I'm gonna hit that ground hard. That's common sense, okay?
Mhm.
But if I sit and believe that I'm capable of putting something together to help me fly, then that's me believing in my skills, my abilities. Right
Mhm.
now, I'm using that, and bam, I got something that is tangible. Oh, let me put this on my back. Now I'm flying. Now,
Exactly. Just
you
avoid the
know,
wax. Those
right?
wax wings, that's been done before. It didn't work out so
Yes,
well for Icarus.
right,
So, when you
right.
fly to the sun, do not fly with
Do
wax wings.
not. Absolutely.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up.
Look
Icarus.
it up, child. Look
Icarus.
it up.
Icarus, sun,
Yeah.
and wings.
Yes. And which is, that is another story that is told 15,000 different
Yep.
ways.
Yep. Every culture has that same story,
But it's
different
the
details,
same
same story.
story.
Yep.
Absolutely. We
Yep.
all have the same story. It's just different verbiage.
What's interesting is if you look into, I did a class at Texas A&M, and it was religious studies class. And do you know how many religions have the virgin birth? The virgin birth is not solely owned by Christianity.
No.
There are many religions in the past that have had the virgin birth.
Yes.
It's not a unique story.
No.
And I'm not trashing religion. Don't get us wrong. We are
This is
not
what it
trashing religion.
is. No.
We're just
No, no.
saying that, it's interesting that, the history and the development of certain things. But yeah, the virgin birth has been around a long time in
Yeah.
different religions, and even in the Egyptian times, they even have some hieroglyphics that show the virgin birth as part of one
Right.
of the things. And you're like, wow, how did they know? How did they know what's coming in the future? It wasn't the future. It was
It was
their belief system.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy. It's interesting.
It's
Bunch of
a
people.
different talk when both parties are open-minded and
Yes.
not closed-minded. When you got one person that is bark, 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 you got to okay. Slow down, take a chill pill. Let me give you a lifesaver or a tic tac. Put that in your hot mouth because you are spitting hotness over here. Wait a minute.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
it's all about the verbiage. That's it.
It is.
Different vocabulary, different words, but it's comes back to the same thing.
It always comes back.
Same thing.
Yep.
Same thing. You
Yep.
believe in a higher power? Of course. We say different because it's the same thing. We say universe, we say spirit because we're working with them. We say the angels because we're working with them.
Yep.
I mean, it's not just one particular person in
Yep.
my because when I look at people, I see God in everybody, right? So you're God, you're God, you're goddess, you're goddess, because that's what I see. And that's what I try to pull out. Like, don't you see it? Don't you see how powerful you are? Don't you see how capable or what you can do and achieve in your own life? This is holding you accountable. Now, I'm not going to get into all of the logistics here because we ain't got time for that today. But there's different things that will back what I say up, and it's not anything wrong with that. But once again, it's your environment too, and how you grew up,
Mm-hmm.
and what you were taught. That's it. I mean, my grandmother is straight, go to church on Sunday and all of that, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not crucifying me for what I do. I see you for your BS. I don't need a preacher to yell at me to just keep me awake at what you're trying to say, because that's the only reason why you yelling. This is keep everybody awake.
Oh.
But it's a lot of things now are just being exposed
Yep.
now. And this is the year of that. I mean, it was a long time coming. Shoot. Guess get ready. We only in January now. We only in January.
But can you believe it's the 25th already? It's like,
Yes.
what? How does that work? It's like, I know how it works, but you know what I
Mhm.
mean? When I said that, it's metaphorically.
Yes.
I do know how
Yes.
time works.
Yes.
As soon
So
as I said it, I'm
how
like,
does that
what?
work? What's the time?
It's,
You don't know that it's 20 the 25th.
exactly. Is the planet flat? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Don't even.
Oh,
Don't even with that one.
yes, yes, that's coming, and it's coming back. I'm seeing people. I'm like, come on,
Oh yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
give me a damn break here. Lord have
Yeah.
mercy. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay. Next.
Next. But I'm
Let's
not going to shoot someone down for whatever their belief is, right? And I feel like that's coming back around. When yeah, I won't shoot you.
mm,
I'm holding my bullets for the other stuff. I'm not.
did you
See?
did you see?
Did you
Mm,
see?
yep.
They in
Spirit's
agreement,
like,
I feel.
Spirit's like, okay, all right.
Well, I'm saying I ain't trying to shoot you, child. I don't.
Lord have mercy.
Well,
Lord have mercy. I'm definitely a science guy in that sense. And it's like, there are certain things that are, there's a
yes,
lot we don't know, but there are certain things we
yeah,
do know. And we are a ball.
we
We are
are.
a big old globe.
I feel like it.
So it's
It's
like, but
spinning,
whatever.
and you don't got to be drunk to know that you're spinning. I like that what Linda said about what her granddaughter used to tell us about her family and the Hall of Records, which is the Akasha Records, which
Yep.
she was just talking about.
Well, it's
Everybody.
interesting. We had the psychic fair we had a few weeks ago. One of our readers is an Akashic Records person, but she heals previous life dramas in the
Mhm.
records. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna try this. And oh my goodness, I got more than I anticipated. I got more than I
Yes.
expected. I really was impressed. I was like, holy crap. And your Akashic records, folks, by the way, if you don't really know what they are, they're your past lives. I mean, they're all of the different lives you've had, and when you go back through them, you can see them, and they're there because again, you are building up to be the more better, perfect you. And so that your energy is going to, it's kind of again aligning with what is making you better and grow. And so you come back each time learning certain lessons. But there was some things that happened, and so as she took me back through one of my records and she found something, and all of a sudden I have some spirit guides. I have a number. We all have spirit guides. We all have spirit guides. I'm not
Mhm.
special. We all have them. And but I was told of 8 of them specifically who are there as major protectors, and they are there to, and they're amazing. They're amazing. And as soon as she started messing with my records, they came behind me, and they were right here, like they didn't like her. They weren't comfortable
Tapping
yet with
in.
her.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Uh-huh.
they weren't. Yeah. And so they came around, and all of a sudden I felt the cold chill on my back. And I'm like, I said, did you call somebody in? And she said, yeah, I'm calling in spirits. I'm like, I know, because my team just came to protect me. They just came like, you're opening him up. So we got to get around him to keep him protected while you open him. Right. And
Yeah.
so they were there, and it was, and these are energies that have never been in human form. They're not human form. They never have been, never will be. That's not their thing. And so that'll blow people away, because yes, I believe that, because I know what I've seen, and I've seen them and I felt them. So they came and they were protecting me while my records were open. Therefore, nothing could come in and harm me, and I loved it. And then she went down to another record, and she got that one cleaned up. And then we went down to another record, and all of a sudden, in comes, and she pushed. It's this old lady energy, because when I get an old woman energy, it's warm. She
Mhm.
comes pushing him, and they move aside. They move around on the side to me. So I'm still feeling all this cold here, and all of a sudden this warm on the back. And I'm like,
Mhm.
"Did you move it? Did you bring somebody else in?" She said, "Yeah, I needed a lady to come in, the healer to come in and do this for me, because
Mhm.
she found something else on my second record." So I'm sitting there and I'm getting worked on, and I'm like, "Damn, this is." I could feel the adjustment, and I'm like, and all of a sudden I look over, and Julie's standing beside me, and she's just standing there, and I'm like, and she looks at me. I'm like, yeah. And she goes, well, whenever you're done, I need you. Can you? And I'm like, I'm in the middle of an Akashic record here, like, hello. So I'm like, can you speed it up? And she's, I felt like, I'm like, oh my God, I'll never
Oh
forget it. It was the
gosh.
strangest moment. I'm not putting Julie down. That's not what this is about.
No, no,
It
no.
was like, well, can you,
It interrupted. It
exactly. It's
interrupted.
like, this is an Akashic record. What are you doing?
Yes,
What are you doing?
yes.
So
Well, you should.
it's
Did you
crazy.
get her information so you can go
Oh
back
no, I
and?
have her. Yeah, I have her.
Okay.
She's one of our. Actually, she joined our group a while back, in our Tuesday night classes, and then she couldn't make it again for a while. And so
Okay.
it's like one of the. But she since she started with our classes, man, she has
Take
just,
it
her skill
off.
set has gone through the roof,
Oh
you know.
wow.
And
Wow.
she when you're around her, you just feel this love and light. You feel an
Mhm.
energy that very few people have, and you're like, oh, I like this. It's like a morphine or something. You're like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, this is cool, dude.
Yeah.
Can I have another Toke? And all that? Something. It's like, really, she has that kind of energy. It's
Oh,
it's it's
that's
so
awesome.
wonderful. The energy is amazing.
That's
So anyway,
awesome.
yeah, that was cool. But and sure enough, when we were done, the energy, the lady pulled back. The coldness came back around me and protected me until they shut down the record. Because I'm like, okay, I got to shut. No,
Oh,
no, I just
when
shut.
you open, you gotta close it.
That's what she told me. She said, "No, no, we got to shut it down." So the lady left, and they came back, and I'm like, "Got to shut it down. Got to shut it down. Got to shut it down." I'm looking at my watch. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't even wear a watch, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway,
Right,
and
right.
finally it was like, okay, it's done now. And sure enough, as soon as she shut it, the protectors went away. So I knew
Yeah.
she did. I said, "You're done, right?" She goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Yeah, they're gone." So
Yeah.
they came around to protect me while she had me exposed,
Yeah.
spiritually,
Yeah.
spiritually exposed.
It man, I'm telling you. Well, I would like when I come out there, I guess I would have to make an appointment with her.
Yeah. Yeah, she impressed me very, very much.
Yeah.
She really did. Between that and the oracle, I still have the oracle book here from the lady who did the aura readings
Oh
for our
yeah,
event.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, look
That
at
was
this.
an in-depth one from
It
the
was.
one
Look at
that
this
we
book. I
got.
mean, it's crazy. And I love
Mm-hmm.
the fact that she did this little video for us too. And it
Yeah.
shows our chakras, and the
Mm-hmm.
chakras are spinning. Some of them are spinning faster and slower. Some are having further outreach. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and it's interesting because they aligned with what Levita had been working with me on. And
Oh wow.
she said, let me draw this for you. And then when you have that experience with her, come back and let's compare to what I was getting. And sure enough,
It
I
was
said,
right on
damn.
point.
And Levita was not using electronics. Levita was using her skills.
The Reiki. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of wild. It was good.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
well, let's get back to reading. We need to do one or two more before we leave. Lord mercy.
Well, I would like to do Yum Num because Yum Num been interacting and you know,
Let's do
talking
yum
and
num.
had that great quote.
Absolutely. Yum num. Do you want a specific or a general? Which up to? Now don't go quiet on us now. General or specific question, and do not ask for love because we ain't doing no
You can
love.
talk to Bonnie. Oh, sorry, LOL. I go off. If not, we can just because they already flying out, so I can just.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, as soon as I say that, all of the ones wanted to fly out. um, but let me put these to the side. Okay, General, we just met.
In this lifetime,
Of
you don't
course,
know.
you just don't
You
know.
don't know.
Well, this is great. You have something new coming in, like some new venture, or it's like something that you want to start it, or something creative that you want to start. But you have the 6 of Swords, so this is about moving forward into this. This is like getting on that right path. This is whatever this new idea um may be, ride with it because this is getting you out of whatever that's chaotic, whatever that is a little cray cray, and it's bringing you into balance here, but it's getting you into forward movement here, and that is great. And this is almost like the unknown, you allowing spirit to guide you on this journey of moving forward. So there's some things that's going to be improving in your life. All you doing is allowing spirit to take over the ride. Okay, direct that boat for you. All right. um you have a wish coming. I'm loving how the star card is coming up for everybody. That was what we did do the readings for. It is definitely that energy of, because you kept your faith, because you kept your hope, you kept your hope alive. It is that energy of, all right, here's your wish. Here's and the universe is giving it to you. Finally, you're like a wish coming true. But I'm also getting some recognition that you will be receiving as well. It's the letting go. It's the part of being vulnerable. It's the part of um allowing spirit to do for you. You taking that control out and saying, all right, listen, here's here we go, spirit. This is what I'm looking for, and but you are being straightforward, and that is the other thing about it. Now, this is what you're going for. It is that 10 of Pentacles.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Nice.
that what this is stability. This is the financial security, but this is knowing that you are definitely being provided for from the universe. Like the universe really really have your back, and everything that you are saying, everything that you are wanting to manifest is manifesting into reality because it is aligning with your highest good. You're not just looking at things or hoping for things to happen for you in a way that is not in alignment. These things are aligned with you and for you. I also see that this is, securing your inheritance. When I say your inheritance, I mean this of you are
Mhm.
receiving what spirit has for you. This is a long time coming. Now you shifted different. This is the new year. New things are happening. Definitely. You have the King of Cups here. This is going with the flow. This is trusting yourself as well, trusting your abilities, trusting your intuition. All right. Let me get it clarified because I feel like this is a person trying to come in that's going to be helping you. Um, wow, I'm getting like is a uh helping you move undetected, okay? With the 7 of Swords. It's also, I feel like this is like a spirit guide helping you. Because I'm not getting a physical person, I'm getting someone behind the scenes. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone on the other side that is definitely helping you. But I'm getting that like a spirit guide, um, or this could be, wow, my nose is itchy. Um, this is an older gentleman. I don't know if this is a uh, father figure or a grandfather figure, but this is an older person that has passed on, and they is like looking out for you on the other side all the way. And this is like that guide that you have the world card here. This is a person that's looking out for your success. Okay. um I don't know, this is a person that is helping you reach your goals and achieving them, and also, man, it's really working on your behalf, um, which is really really amazing. It's the seeds that you're planting. The 9 of Pentacles is here. That is your energy of things manifesting for you because you put that energy out there. Now you got to allow them to happen, and it's happening for you. Uh, and spirit is sitting right there like, I told you, all you had to do was believe in me, child, and I got you the rest of the way. All you had to do was say, hold up, let me step out of it. And you gave it to the oh man, 10 of Cups. I mean, you get it. This is a hell of a read here of just straight happiness, fulfillment here. This is the ultimate rewards here of uh from receiving. I was like, what was that noise? This, when I say spirit has your back with this Ace of Swords, miracles are happening for you. Blessings are happening for you. Uh, just be open. Oh, be open to receiving. What I say? Manner, master manifester here. The magician. You are the one orchestrating all of this. Okay, you are definitely the one orchestrating it. And this Lovers card coming up here, it's like a recommitment happening to self, or this could be a new relationship coming in for you if you are single here. Let me just get a clarifier or why this Lovers card here. This could be also combining your resources, doing some collaborations with others, um, as you have leveled up, literally leveled up here. 5 of Swords. This is doing what's best for you and sticking to that. Okay, sticking with what's best for you. Others not going to understand your goals, not your dreams, your vision for yourself. They don't need to. They don't have to. You are the one saying, "Listen, I'm protecting myself, and I will, if I have to, I will walk away from things that are toxic." Okay. Woo! That was fast and straight to the point. I didn't even have to pull no other cards for that.
It's interesting. I'm getting the energy. This is a young woman, and she is a young woman who is rooted in two different belief systems, and
Mm.
it's hard for her to. It's been a challenge, not hard. It's been a challenge to kind of test that, and so I think that's and but I think it's wonderful because I think you're coming into your power. You're coming definitely into your power, and you're leaving the youth beside because again the youth is just a number now. It's not an intellectual estimation. So I'm getting that energy, and again, it's opening you up to a lot of things, which again are making you think of things a lot differently than you thought before. And some of those challenging things are the underpinnings which we talked about, and how how when you start questioning those, and when you start opening the box, a lot of other things then come out that are not intended consequences, unintended consequences. And so I'm feeling like that's happening to you right now, and it's like you feel young again. You feel like again like you have so much to learn, and you feel like there's so many choices, and I love that thing. So again, it's that choices, but no matter which way you move, it's going to be helpful for you. And look at this. I love this Palace of Cups and the Palace of Swords. So again, the Palace of coins. The Palace of Coins and Palace of Swords is like, yeah, you definitely are going through a metamorphosis. You're changing your mindset, and it's taking you to another place where you're getting very comfortable with the knowledge because the knowledge makes sense. And then the Palace of Coins is like, okay, well, that's leading you to a healthy, more whole, abundant you, because the coins are pentacle, and pentacle is abundance, and abundance is not merely money.
Mm.
Abundance covers a lot of things, but it's about the holistic you and a holistic health. So I see that this development is good for you. It's helping you again to break from some of the things that you felt confined you, and it's allowing you to see things in a different way, and therefore it's going to move you forward. And in so doing, I think
Mhm.
it's opened up a lot of doors for it. It's opening up a lot of doors for you. And so continue to grow, continue to let that open. Now we get the Palace of Wands on top of that. 3 palaces. I
Wow.
mean, this is amazing to get 3 palaces in one reading, and it's like that doesn't happen. That just does not
Mm.
happen. So don't let the internal struggle happen. Don't let it. Don't get tied down again into the fear of letting go of some of
Mhm.
the past, and instead, make sure that you're moving toward the happy, healthy, and comfortable new way of thinking. That is the new place that you'll be. That new space you're living in. The new space that you
Mm.
occupy. Okay, let go of some of the things that did not serve you well because they were not meant
Mhm.
for you. They were not meant for you. So there
I
you go.
think Linda said it great. I think, sum it all up, you're going through a rebirth.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
this is a
So,
whole rebirth for you. So
yep.
you have emerged as somebody new, hunty.
Exactly. Keep your mind and your eyes open, and
Yes.
take and learn everything you can. Absorb it all. Absorb it
Mm.
all. Let the sun shine in and absorb it all. There
Yes.
you go. Let's do one more before we get out of here. Anybody
Okay.
call your name? Anybody draw your attention? If you're still
Mm.
out there and you want a reading, let us know right now, and so we can see who is there to give a reading to.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Linda.
was
We
going to
appreciate
say
that.
Christina, but I don't know if she's still here or not.
Christina. Christina.
But I don't know. Nat.
Do. You don't own me.
Oh, yeah. Christina's
Christina is here. Yeah, she's still here. There you go.
here. Oh, shoot. Oh, I gotta get some more cards because somebody. Ooh, Christina, is somebody trying to come back into your life from the past, honey? That was we got hold on. We got the Knight of Cups, we got the Five of Pentacles, and we got the Devil card here. Uh, somebody trying you. Somebody's trying to do the hey knock knock. Are you there? Because this person was not a good person,
Oh,
and they is They got some ways to get the. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if you receive some information or receive a text or something. They're talking about that they have changed. They're not the same person anymore. Don't fall for it. Okay? Don't. Because they still with the same BS. Okay? They still with the doo-doos. Okay? Because I ain't gonna say the other word. So keep yourself. 7 keep them at bay, honey. If you need to knock them upside with that wand right there, then do so. Because you ain't got time for none of that. You moving forward, and this person is going to try their hardest. They're going to try their hard. They're going to try to bring you this cup full of love. Full of love.
And promises.
Yes. And it ain't stand your ground. All right. Queen of Pentacles. You know, I got this phrase that just popped up and I'm laughing at it. It's like, this is the attitude that you should have. You are beneath me. Because
Oh,
that's what
I
that
like it.
queen, you know, that's what
I
that
like
Queen
it.
of Pentacles, you know, like,
Yes.
I don't have to, I'm better than this. Oh, I got chills. You need to embrace that, honey. You need to hold on to that and say, you don't need to deal with the BS because you've moved on from it. Because they will try. They will try, honey. And it ain't it. It ain't it. Yeah. See, you moving on. 6 of Swords. You're definitely moving on. I'm so excited for you for not falling for the BS anymore. You moving on and you moving into something much better. Much better. To where the universe will be giving you exactly what you're asking for. In a great way, of stability, of having your needs and wants always met. Okay, you have the Hierophant here. This is okay. When the Hierophant comes out, it's like staying traditional, but you setting your own traditions is what I'm feeling when this pops out. And this is about elevating you, elevating yourself. Okay, you the one have the keys to this, honey. You got the keys to the ride. Ride that sucker up. Keep riding it up. No more up. Once again, did you see
Mm-hmm.
that? No more of feeling that you are not above it. You are above it. You need to engulf that energy. The Queen is nice, cool, calm, and collected, patient. But this Queen of Pentacles knows that, hold on, I don't got to deal with that mess. Yeah, you're going to have someone new come into your life. And they are going to be a breath of fresh air. Okay, in a good way to where they flowing with you and you flowing with them. Okay, that's what I have for you, child. But this right here had me like, don't you do it, don't you do it.
Go back. The edge is near.
Yes, because they will try to woo you with those. You know, I thought about what happened, and I did you wrong. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Take
Deuces and leave me alone.
exactly. Take a
Don't
number.
fall for that trap. Don't fall. And this is a person from the past. That's what I have for Miss Christina. So that's a nice come up. What you got?
Well, the one thing that it's interesting. I had 3 cards that popped out, and I said, I don't need any more. I don't need any more. Look at this. All 3 are major arcana. So you are at a major inflection point in your life.
Yes.
Whatever you're doing now is going to have a lasting effect. And it's interesting because, again, whatever you went through recently has made you stronger. So now you have the strength to take on the world because you have been tested, and it's time for you to start anew, start fresh, and blaze a new path. Figure out what you want to do, how you want to handle things. But again, new. We're not doing things like we did anymore because that was too trying. And you've learned and grown. And don't worry, you're going to get to where you wanted to be, and you're going to be successful. But again, the victory card is here. But man, you were tested. They put you through some nasty stuff, some ugly stuff. But guess
Man.
what? You rose from it all, and now you feel fresh and new. And so now it's time to get started to moving forward. Get to moving on the new space you want to be in, the new mindset, the new whatever. If it's a new job, maybe a new job, whatever. The point is that it is time to embrace the fact that the change is earned, the change is real, and now it's time to put it into motion and benefit from it. And that's what this card is doing most. So again, get started. Do stop living in the past. This is a new year, a new time. Make this the beginning, the first day of the rest of your life. This is the first day of the rest of your life. So let's make it an amazing day. You have the strength to do it. Again, you're going to have victory in the end, but you got to do it starting today. So again, get out there and make today the day. Make the day the day. So
Make it
that's
the
what I'm
day.
getting. Exactly. And no one can do it for her. No one can do
Oh,
it
no,
for
no,
her.
no, no, no.
It's
She
it's
has to.
it's on her. You
Mhm.
you fought the fight. You took the wounds. You learned the lessons. Now it's on you to make something happen. Don't expect somebody else to give you an idea. Don't give somebody else to give you a motivation. Don't be sitting waiting for a message from spirit. Spirit's already told you. Get your stuff
Mhm.
moving. Get doing it.
Mhm.
Get the moving. You got to move it, move it. You got to move it, move it. You got to move it, move it.
I was waiting for it to come. That's why I was already thinking
Exactly.
about it.
Exactly. So,
Yes,
and wonderful
yes.
things are ahead, And
A
look what
bunch of
just
wonderful
flew out.
things.
If you
Oh,
don't
see?
if you don't make some
Mhm.
if you don't make some starting, this is the spirit's going to get involved, and they're going to, but
Mhm.
you're not going to like it because this is the change card. This is the change when spirit changes you. So again,
Yeah.
you've been through it. It's time for you to get moving.
Yeah.
Otherwise, spirit will intercede, and it may not be pretty. It may not be
No.
pretty.
And you do not want to get beat up by spirit.
No,
It
no,
hurts.
it
It
hurts.
hurts. It hurts.
Yeah, exactly.
So you are in the driver's seat right now. Don't let nobody chauffeur you around.
That's right. You ain't Miss
Okay.
Daisy. You ain't Miss Daisy.
No.
Don't be driving Miss
Mm-mm.
Daisy.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. So watch out for the ghouls and goblins, honey.
Yes, yes, yes. And don't let the negativity flow in.
No,
Keep
no,
it
no.
keep it away. You've earned this new space. So live in it to its fullest. Make it your new home. Make the positive energy your new home, your new
Yes.
safe space, your space where you go to. Do not feed
Yes.
into the old negative energy that does not serve you anymore. Does not serve
Hmm.
you. So there
No,
you go.
no.
So
Because you've been through the fire. What's
mhm.
that?
Through the
Shaka Khan?
fire, to the limit, come what may. For a
Yes.
chance of loving you, I
Yeah.
gave it all away, right
Right
down to the
down to the.
fire. Anyway,
There you
my
go.
Shaka Khan. I love Shaka
Yes, Shaka Khan.
Khan.
Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka
Shaka,
Shaka.
shaka, shaka, shaka.
Shaka.
She did not like that in that song
I
initially.
know. I
Yes, she
know.
did not like that, but she learned to like it because it made the song pop.
Of course. That is one diva that you did not want to mess with. She doesn't even live. She gave up her citizenship.
Did she?
Mm-hmm. She
When I was
lives.
living in Germany, I went to see her live, and
Oh
it was a
wow.
very small venue. And we were standing right at the front of the stage, and she's like right there, and she is short as can be. And at the time,
Yes.
she was heavy,
Yeah.
and she had two torpedoes sitting way out,
That's where they
and
at.
I'm like, holy crap! It's like you like to see the wheel spinning. It's like what the hell? It's like woo!
Yep.
And when she opened her mouth, and when she sang, she didn't need, there was no tricks, there was none, her voice is not felt. What you heard on the record is what you heard in her. And I've been to
Mhm.
concerts where you hear like, oh Lord,
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, but no, her voice is as pure and clear and clean as you hear on the records. There's not a lot of tweaking necessary for her. She does not need it. She belts,
No.
and when she hits that note, you're like, you feel it, you're like, holy crap. I mean, she can hit some notes that just take you back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
she's,
thing that I don't appreciate with these new concerts now, I'm gonna say the new concerts. They are singing over their own music.
yep,
Like you hear I'm like, if that was the case, then I can go listen to this for free
yeah,
on my phone because this is what I'm listening to. I don't need you to sing over your music.
Yeah.
You know, I stop
Shoot,
being
there's even
lazy.
concerts where they're not even singing, they're lip syncing, and you're like,
Yeah, like
"Really?
come
You
on,
pay
please.
$100 or $200 to go see a concert for them to lip sync? Really?"
Yeah, right. No, I ain't got time for it. Matter of fact, give me the $200. I do it for you. Okay.
Exactly,
Give me my money
exactly.
back. You know, when we went to go see Diana Ross in Vegas, it was
That's
a
Miss
diva
Ross.
show.
That's
Miss
Miss
Ross,
Ross.
hun. And
You
all
better
you
get it
heard
right.
was them fans. All you heard was them fans popping
Yep.
open. Yep. And I'm just like, man. And
Uh,
she does not play. Her lash was coming off. One of her lashes was coming off.
uh-huh.
She kept singing. She walked to the back, walked to the side, kept singing, and put the lash back on, and act like nothing happened. She changed her outfit twice. I mean, oh no, not twice. Excuse me. Every 2 songs, she changed her
Yeah,
outfit. I was
yeah.
like, "We're getting a show, honey. We got a show."
And she wore everything well, I'm sure, because
Oh, of course.
I
It
mean,
was them
to the
long
nines.
gowns. The
Yep,
long gowns, which are
yep,
easy to take off and put back
yeah.
on, child, but it was that flawless and the hair to go with it.
It's
Honey,
uh,
honey. Everybody had them fans. I was like, I want a fan. I need a fan. Where's my fan at? Now I
need
know
one of
anytime.
Angie's stands that say shade, you need one of those.
Yes. Get that thing. Yeah. And she
Yeah,
wasn't even it wasn't a big venue. It
yeah,
looked like the Phantom of the Opera venue
right.
in the Venetian. We was in the Venetian.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
so it was just small and quaint
Yeah,
and it was worth the
yeah.
$200. Yeah.
I went to see Patti LaBelle, and I saw tons of concerts. But again, some concerts you just can't. They just. And when I saw Patti LaBelle, sure enough, Patty does what she usually does. At one
Yeah.
point, it's an outdoor amphitheater, and she is. And again, there is no recording. You're
Yeah.
hearing Patty, and her voice again is as what you hear on the radio. She's not
Right.
no filtering necessary because that is pure Patty. And then all of a sudden, she's like it's getting hot, sweating, and all of a sudden the eyelashes come off, and she's tossing them.
Yep.
Her
Them
shoes
shoes
get
come
kicked
off,
off.
child.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness, yes indeed. She's like, get the earrings off of there. She's like, get ready
Yeah.
because it's falling down, and so
Yes.
if you wanted to take a picture, get one now because this is going away because it's falling away because she
Yes.
moves so much and everything. She's sweating and she's
Yep.
dabbing and she's like, this is coming off, and she
Yep.
continues. And when the concert's over, you're like, give me a
You
cigarette,
died.
because
You
she really works it. She
yes.
worked it.
You know
Yes.
who else works it is KC and the Sunshine Band.
Oh, is that right?
They don't get tired. I was tired of watching. I said, "Hey, y'all gonna take a break? If we going 2 hours in, y'all ain't done dancing." He didn't stop. He was in Laughlin, and,
Mhm.
and he did not stop. I was like, Kenny, it's time to go. They ain't took no break.
Yeah, and
And
he's a
it was
bit portly, I saw.
the what?
He's a bit portly, I saw,
Oh,
and yet he can
yes.
still spend time. I mean, like, he's like,
He still was getting it. I was
yeah.
like, I was looking at the dancers and they was just sweat pouring down. I'm like, I hope that lady wig don't fall off. But because they just didn't stop. I'm like,
Yes,
don't y'all need a break?
yes.
Who else was good was George Benson, seeing him. But he sat
Mhm.
down most of the time playing because he plays the guitar.
Yeah,
I mean, most of the music I didn't even know. I was like, oh shoot, I didn't know that was him. Okay.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. I was blessed to see Natalie Cole a few months before she died.
Ooh.
She came here to Scottsdale at the Performing Arts Center. So again, very close, very small and venue. And that Natalie Cole is not a dancer. She's not a
Oh
performer.
no.
She's not going to do a Janet Jackson thing. It's not going to
Mm-mm.
happen.
Mm-mm.
And that's not her shtick. That was never her shtick.
Uh,
But she got up there, and again, the vocals were just what you get. And she had a long gown, and she just looked so beautiful. And I'm like, oh my
mm,
gosh. And then the other person I saw over there was Roberta Flack, one of her last concerts before she could no
oh,
longer perform.
yeah.
And she came out and they had to help her out because she had retinal arthritis really bad and her hands are disformed. And yet she sat down on that piano with her hands and she played and the
Yeah.
voice, she opened that mouth and you're like, there's no age there. That voice was the same as
Right.
it's always been. And you just kind of went, ah.
Yeah.
The worst part is she was so worn out that she could not do the encore, and
Mhm.
so there was no encore because when they walked her off stage, it's like that was enough for her. It was,
Yeah. Hey,
but
of
I tell you what,
course.
yeah, and I'm like, you know what, I knew I had been witness. I was given the opportunity to witness such a special thing, because
Mhm.
I knew that that would not be much longer that she could do this, because it really took a lot. But she gave to the audience. She gave,
Yeah.
and she talked about some of her experiences with Burt Bacharach, and how they, how they wrote these songs, and how they whatever, and and all the experiences she gone through. How she'd been rejected at one point because she wasn't black enough, and then
Mhm.
she was rejected because she wasn't white enough, and she's like, I didn't fit anywhere. And Dionne
Right.
Warwick's like, I got you, girl, because I hear it all the time.
Right.
It was one of those things. And so she talked about that, and she talked about, just wanting to do wanting to do wonderful music.
Right.
She wasn't there to make a point. She wasn't one of those artists who, she wanted to perform. And how she was a teacher when they found her. She was a
Mhm.
teacher in DC. And it's like, holy crap, it's just amazing. So
Yeah.
yeah, a
Yeah.
wonderful concert to be had there.
Oh yeah. Now Janet Jackson, that is a concert.
Yes.
She didn't stop dancing when she came from the ceiling, honey. I said, "Oh, this 50-year-old woman is coming down," and she did not stop dancing. And but her vocals was the same. I'm like,
Yeah.
see, mm, mm,
Yeah. And for those of you who are too young to know, some of us love Janet before Janet was Janet. I mean, before
yeah,
people, when, if you ever saw Good
227,
Times, if
good
you ever saw the show
times.
Good Times, if you ever
Yeah,
saw different, I think with Different Strokes, she was on there initially at one
yeah,
point,
different strokes.
and then it was Good Times, and in Good Times, she was Walona's adopted daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and and we fell in love with Janet Jackson very early, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and and when I see her still, I love her as the
I do
adult
too.
Janet Jackson, but I
Yeah.
still can't help but feel that little, love for Janet,
Yes.
the child. So
Yes.
I'm one of those people, it's like she'll always be little Janet, and I can't help it.
Absolutely. Penny.
And she
Mm-hmm.
still smiles when she smiles. That smile,
Yes.
it is never. It's like this
It's the
that
same.
cherub, that when you want to
Mhm.
grab her cheeks, you're like,
'Cause she got those cheeks, honey. She do got
She
those
does.
cheeks.
And again, her eyes, when Janet Jackson smiles, her eyes sparkle. And
Yeah.
not everybody does that, but when she
No.
does, and her eyes sparkle, you're like, oh my God, I love this girl. I love her.
Yeah.
She's a woman, but because then
Absolutely.
I'm older, then she's still a girl to me. She's a child. Lord have mercy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, even the Jackson 5 show. Yes, yes. And Michael
Yeah.
Jackson, oh man, I tell you, when he passed, I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, what? This can't be. This just can't be. He's too young. Too young.
Right. Of course. Way too young.
Yes,
But he
yes.
was ahead of his time beforehand,
He was. He was. And he brought a lot of great music. But it's interesting. And everybody should always remember this. MTV did not allow black artists on MTV until Michael Jackson. And
Mm,
Michael Jackson with Thriller, they needed CBS Records, because CBS Records had John Mellencamp. They had a number. And so CBS Records said, if you don't play him, you will not play any of our artists. You will not have authorization to play any of our artists. And
mhm.
they played hardball. And sure enough, eventually they capitulated, because they said, no, he doesn't fit our genre. And he's like, no, you play
Yes, he
him or you
does.
don't get the
Yeah.
rest. And
Right.
sure enough, they did. And they were, of course, everything changed. And MTV
Mhm.
is totally different. But
Of course.
yeah, he
Way
was,
different now.
yeah, he took race out of MTV,
Oh,
which I
yeah.
thought was amazing. So
Mhm.
there's Michael Jackson. Don't discount that man. Anybody out there? He has.
No.
When you look, he's far more than just a good voice and somebody who created good music. He was far more than that. I promise you. So
Yes, indeed. Indeed, Tanti.
so yes, indeed. There you go. That's the lesson. It's over. I promise. And my camera moved again. I'm telling you, this is the weirdest thing.
Because
Jesus,
they've been messing with you.
I know.
It's it's two right behind you. They're
Mhm.
not trying to make themselves known. It's just they playing.
I can see this
Right
one.
here.
This
Oh,
one I
I
see.
see the other one.
Yeah, this one
The
here.
other
It's like,
one.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
recognize
See,
this one.
it moved your camera again.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's like, okay, yeah, we acknowledge.
Like we see y'all. We do just to let you know we see y'all.
Exactly, exactly. Well, with that said, Shauna, I think we're about done.
We's are done.
Yes, put a fork in it. Yes, indeed. Well, I tell you what,
Yes.
thank you, Miss Shauna, for coming in. Again,
Yeah.
always
Of
enjoyable just to
course.
sitting
Of
here
course. Of
chatting with
course.
you
Of
and doing
course.
the readings. Sorry,
Yeah.
folks, we didn't read as much as usual. Sometimes the readings go, sometimes they go one way, sometimes another. But you
Spirit
never leave without
directs it.
learning something, because we do
Yes,
guarantee you will walk away with something new.
I, that is for sure.
Yes, and Azor Poltergeist. If you watch this show, you can see again how if you structure yourself and you say to yourself it's going to go only one way, and I got to do this, and I got to make sure I fit. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
When you're doing live streams, you can go off in different ways, and if it's genuine and it's pure, the reality is it's appreciated, because people
Absolutely.
appreciate that genuineness. I totally believe that. Totally
Mm,
believe it. So,
yeah, I do too.
anything exciting this weekend, Miss Shawna?
Well, can he sleep? No, no, not really. Just chilling.
Oh,
There is a place I would like to check out. They do I guess Korean street food.
oh, I
Um
love that.
and I want to try what I can eat because like they have the corn dog stuff, but they also have the mozzarella sticks with the I guess the potato sticks and all of those. Always wanted to try it.
Is it
So
a restaurant, or is it like a little a street food kind of fair?
it's not a fair. It's like I guess yeah, it's a restaurant, but it's not
Okay.
like somewhere. I think it's more like a bakery type of place
Mm-hmm.
because they sell boba tea and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I like boba tea.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I really like boba tea, and it's just we don't have one close, and this place just opened up, so I just wanted to see, slide in and give like, you can do better, or you hit it, this is good.
Well, we want a full report
Yes, you will,
next
you
Thursday.
will, you will. Dude, I might even do all right, you guys.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
But
Yeah.
the full moon is tonight, y'all. Okay, take advantage of this.
Yes, this is the
Take
full moon
advantage.
ritual video. If you haven't done a ritual video, if you haven't done a ritual before, watch this video. It's very short, it's to the point, and it's easy to do, but it will help you to harvest the power of the full moon and let you use it throughout the rest of the month, this month, and into next month as well. Again, harness it until the
Yes,
next one, because again, every full moon is different, but most importantly, what you bring to it makes it better or worse for you. So
yeah.
take advantage of it. This is free. It costs you nothing, nothing,
But I like,
nothing.
but I
Absolutely.
like the video after you watch
Yes, please do that. Yes, and share.
it. So technically, it's not like the
Exactly.
video.
Yeah, that's the cost. A like and a share would be
Yes.
nice. Yes, yes.
Uh,
And then I'm going to be home alone because the family is going to Puerto Rico, so I will be
oh
here
well,
by
we probably
myself.
going to be talking too. So I will
Yeah.
be too.
Oh, very good.
Family's going up to North Carolina to celebrate mother's birthday. So
Nice. So
I
we'll
will
be
be here.
talking then. We'll have to do some
Yes.
talking.
Absolutely.
Exactly, exactly. So, with that said, then we are about out of here again. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. Kelly Dix, thank you
Yes.
so much for very much contribution. Thank you, Miss
Awesome.
Linda, as usual, with a wonderful contribution. Yum Num, super. Thank you so much, Ray
Yeah.
Lopez. Again, the folks who popped in. When you guys make this the experience that it is, and we truly, truly appreciate that. So, I want to make
Yeah.
sure I called you guys out for that. And if I didn't get you, and Angie, by the way, Angie, thanks for popping in and being
Yes.
involved too. If I didn't call you out, it's not that I didn't recognize you or didn't give you we appreciate everybody. We do. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
it's just that it didn't, the mind doesn't always work that way. You know what I'm saying?
It does. It does. But it's all good.
Exactly.
It's all good.
Exactly. And
I
guess
will
what?
be back. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say I will be back on
Church announcement.
Monday. Church announcements.
Yes,
I
indeed.
will be back on Monday for tea time. I'm not doing readings on Monday anymore, but just come for the tea, honey. You never know what we're discussing about the tea, but it's usually the week's energy.
There you go.
The week's energy. So yes, I will
Yep.
be on Monday at 10-ish, whatever ish.
Eastern time. Eastern time.
Yes,
Yep.
Eastern time.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes. And Angie back Sunday at approximately 3-ish Mountain Standard Time. And then Tuesday, Julie with Susan. Wednesday morning, Julie with Tuesday and Wednesday mornings with Julie and
Bonnie.
Bonnie on Wednesday morning. I'm back on Wednesday night with Angie when I pointed up because it said night versus day. Anyway, I
Yeah.
wasn't pointing at something specific. Anyway, Wednesday night, and then Thursday back here with Miss Shawna and our
Yes.
usually weekly our weekly playtime.
Playtime. Yes. This our play
Yes.
date, honey.
Yes. Oh, and then Julie and Scott tomorrow morning,
Yes.
Mountain Standard Time. I think they start around 7 or 8. I don't know, but something like that. Because it's there's always got to build flexibility in the schedule here, folks.
Yes. A little bit, Tim. A little bit of.
Exactly. And guess what I did? Today I was able to upload our exit. So today you get the pretty
Oh,
exit as well as the
awesome.
pretty
We
intro.
get
So
our
there you go.
exits, not just
Absolutely.
bio.
Again, happy birthday to anybody who had the birthday
Yes.
previous this week or next, and celebrate. Remember, folks, before you, as soon as you get up, give gratitude. Name 3 things in which you are thankful for, 3 things that you are blessed to have in your life. And I guarantee you will find, no matter how deep a dark a hole you might be, you will find
Yes.
3 things. Even if it's just being above ground by 6 feet instead of underground by 6 feet, that itself is a gratitude. But start your day with gratitude. And then if you do the affirmations, please do your affirmations. And if you do the affirmations, again, by the time you walk out of your house, you're going to be bringing positive energy and light to everybody you touch. And you
Yes.
could change somebody's life just by being a positive force in your own. So
Yes.
know that you do have the power to alter your universe and your environment just by merely being positive. Think about it. Just use it, So, and when I watch these videos these days and you see all these people blowing up on each other, it's like, man, if somebody had just entered that situation a little differently,
Yes.
de-escalation, and the world would be a better place. So again, I
That
truly
would.
believe it. I live that. I live that belief. So,
Yes.
if you want to try, give it a try. I'm sure you'll be pleased with what response you get. With that,
Yes.
Shawna, we're out of here. Anything else before we go?
Nope. Have a
Nope.
great and awesome weekend, y'all.
Yep. And don't forget, if you haven't gotten your planner yet, the Astro Planner, please,
Yes. Get it. Hold
believe me,
yourself
it will help.
accountable. It'll help you stay organized.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it also shows you, it actually is a visual representation of what you are doing and accomplishing. When
Yes.
you tend to forget all that you do, once you write it down, you're like, damn, I am doing a lot. So again, sometimes it's
Absolutely.
good for your emotional and psychological well-being to understand that when you think your day's been wasted, no, you've done a lot. You just didn't
Right.
connect it to something that you did. So
That is true.
there you go.
That
So
is
with
true.
that said, let's get our bumper stuff out of here, bumper music, whatever you want to call it, and say
Bumper.
bye-bye.